and welcome to what is now my 33-week pregnancy update. And I just want to update you guys on how I've been feeling the last week. I feel like the next couple weeks are going to have like loads of symptoms as I get closer and closer to the day that I meet our little girl, and I'm really excited to show you everything that's happened this week. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So needless to say, this week has been quite an eventful week. I've made all the notes on my phone, so if I keep looking down, that's why. But one of the coolest things about starting week 33 was the fact that the eyebrows on the baby are beginning to form, which is insane. It's like those little features that you just think you're gonna meet them with that in like a few weeks' time, and it's so weird. I know I say this, I swear, every video, but I just think it's gone so quickly these last couple of weeks, and the fact that I'm actually gonna meet our little baby girl in literally a matter of weeks is crazy. So it's definitely less than 10 weeks now. Even if she's 2 weeks late, she'll be here in at least 10 weeks' time. And yeah, it's just really weird, but it's really cool that their eyebrows are beginning to form. And this week, according to the Pregnancy Plus app, she is the size of a honeydew melon, which I feel like is just so big. When they get to melon stage, that's when you know everything's got really real and you're gonna have to push a melon out, which is a horrible thought, I know. But I'm trying not to think about that really. I'm trying to be really calm and collected about it. But when you get a size comparison, and everyone knows how big a honeydew melon is, they are big, they are heavy, and I feel like I'm definitely carrying one around all the time. So that's how big she's got this week. But I think I touched on this not last week, but the week before. I had my last midwife appointment was 31 weeks, and she said to me there, she said quite a lot of kind of negative things, and I didn't really know what to take away from it. But as I mentioned in that update, I never received a phone call from her. She said she'd call if there was anything wrong, never heard anything, so I presumed everything was fine. So this week, on the Saturday, so my weeks turn over every Thursday, so on Saturday I received a letter from the hospital to say that I had a scan and I had a consultant appointment. There was no context whatsoever about why I was having a scan and a consultant appointment. A consultant appointment, I guess I presumed that it's because my platelet levels are really low, which is basically your blood's ability to clot, very important of course. But the fact that I had a scan as well, I was really worried because my midwife mentioned that she was measuring a little bit small, and so obviously when you have that's all you have to go by in your head. I was so worried, and I was trying to get through to the midwife. I think I've touched on this, but my midwife only works 1 day a week, so I couldn't get through to her. I tried to call the doctor's surgery where the midwives are, and no one answered the phone all day Saturday, so I had to basically put that off until the Monday and find out why I had been basically referred. And I was so worried all weekend. I just wish that my midwife had told me why I was going in for a scan and why I had a consultant appointment, just more to put my mind at ease. I wish she'd have just called me the day after my last appointment, like she said she would if anything was wrong. So obviously, as you can imagine, getting a letter from the hospital saying you're having a scan and an appointment, it was just so worrying. So I was stressed out all weekend, and basically I managed to get through to the midwife, well, not my midwife, but a different midwife that works at the same unit as mine. Ugh, such drama, honestly. And she basically said that my midwife hadn't put any notes on my system as to why I was being referred. The only thing that she could guess would be my platelet levels, but other than that, she couldn't see anything. So again, even on the Monday when I called them, my appointment for the hospital was then on the Wednesday, and my midwife only works Tuesday, so to have called a day before the appointment, it just seemed like I'd been stressing since the Saturday I got the letter. So I was really annoyed about that. I was really, really anxious, and Rich was just like, don't worry about it, it'll be fine, you can feel her move all the time, which I can do, but my worry was more that she wasn't growing properly. And so yeah, that was the stress of this week, and it was just really unexpected. I didn't expect to have to go to the hospital this week at all. It was just all a bit kind of sudden, and I felt like something was wrong, and it was just very weird. I wish I obviously didn't have to go, but I will talk about the appointment kind of in a moment. But the other things I picked up, I don't know why I mentioned this, but I finally got around to picking up the Emma's Diary packs and the Bounty packs from Boots. I just have not picked up any. I've totally forgot every time I've gone into town. I just forget that I can get them, and so I was really like nervous about going up to Till and like asking if they had them, but then I could see them hanging up, so I knew to just ask. So I bought something from Boots and also asked for them because I just felt like I didn't want to go up like, oh, can I have those? Which was fine, and I got those and I got them home and I opened them up and there was loads of little bits and loads of like mini samples and stuff, which is really cool. Everything from like food and puree for when you start weaning your child to like stretch mark cream, and what else was there? There was literally loads of stuff. Some like sample packs of nappies where there's like 1 or 2 in a pack, some like sample packs of baby wipes. There was just such a mixture, and I definitely recommend you picking them up because they are free. All you have to do is download the app and just show them when you're in a store. But yeah, just to have loads of like mini samples is really good, especially for your hospital bag. Some of them are such good sizes. I was thinking that, you know, you might only get 1 or 2 uses out of them, but actually that would be perfect to put in your hospital bag. It doesn't take up too much room. So yeah, you literally get loads. So definitely recommend picking them up because, like I said, they're free, and you may as well get something for nothing. It comes with loads of like vouchers and information packs and stuff, but none of them were really that useful. But some of the products it came with were actually really, really cool. So I picked up those as well as like extra baby bits in town. I got loads of like baby vests, maternity pads, breast pads, loads of bits to my hospital bag. I'm hoping to pack that really, really soon. But I started buying stuff for that, which is good because I haven't yet properly. So I'm beginning to get bits like that. I got some more like muslin cloths. What else did I get? I got like literally an assortment of stuff, like everything from clothing. I got some really cute Christmas outfits from Boots. They were really good, and they were like buy one get a second half price, so they ended up being quite reasonable. And yeah, I just got like loads of assortment stuff. I swear going shopping has totally changed. I used to go in there and always buy myself like loads of clothes, and now every time I go into town I'm picking up baby bits, whether it's like for me for once I have the baby, or whether it's for the actual baby. Like, it's baby clothes my hugest weakness, and she has so many clothes. Ever since I filmed that newborn haul I still keep adding to it, which is silly. But yeah, we pretty much got everything now for her to arrive, and if she were to arrive at any moment we would be prepared, which is really cool. The only thing that I do want to get, and we're going to order this online, is a breast pump. That's the only thing we've still got on the list of like important things to buy. But I've seen one that looks really good, so I'm going to get that because I don't really know how feeding's going to go. And with it being Christmas as well when she's born, I just know that, you know, I'll want to try and breastfeed as much as I can. You know, you can't always control how they feed and how you feel after birth, so that's my plan. But what with Christmas, I just really think that having a day where you can have like Prosecco and just enjoy things like that will be really good. So hopefully to express the milk and stuff for them will be good. So that's the plan anyway. So more about the consultant and scan appointment. So I'll start with the scan because that was the first thing that we did when we went to the hospital. Rich was able to come with me because it was for a day that he wasn't working, which was amazing. I hate going to hospital on my own, and the last time I went to hospital was actually the last time I saw one of my family members that passed away recently. So going to the hospital was really hard this time actually, and I was almost pleased that I did it sooner rather than later. I would have hated to have gone to hospital like giving birth the next time, if that makes sense, because that would already be really emotional, and I already felt quite emotional going back to the hospital. But it's one of those things, isn't it? Like, I'm not the only one that has to go through that. It's really hard, and no one tells you how hard it is, but you know, anyway, we had the scan first of all, and she's turned around, which was amazing. That was another kind of negative point that my midwife made in my 31-week appointment, was that she was breech, and that she basically, I remember her comment saying, well, she better turn around by your next appointment. And at the time I obviously worried because I was just, for me, that put the like thought of a cesarean section in my head, and I just kind of worried a little bit, whereas actually 1 in 4 people's babies don't turn by 31 weeks, and that's absolutely fine. I think like a quarter of people don't even turn until 36 weeks. So, you know, if your midwife says what she said to me, like literally don't worry. But my baby has turned around now, so she's head down. She's really low as well. When the midwife was kind of pointing out where everything was, she kind of basically pointed where like her head was and like basically mapped it out for me, and she's really low. I don't realise like how low they get. I know it makes total sense, but it was really weird. And she's getting really big now as well. I feel her move all the time, so I can feel often where her back is or where like her legs are, and you know, I can feel where like elbows are, and she's like pushing and punching me all day long. But they did the scan and they just basically took measurements on trying to like guess how big she was, I suppose. It wasn't a growth scan, it was a well-being scan. So it had nothing to do with the fact that she was measuring small. It was just routine that you get a scan when you have a consultant appointment, which is really cool. I didn't know that, but obviously I was worried going into it and I was like, please don't be anything wrong. But she said that baby is already weighing about 5 pounds 8, which is freaking huge for 33 weeks. That's like above average, whereas 2 weeks ago I was being told that my baby wasn't growing properly. So don't take the percentile charts like literally, because they're not. Obviously this scan, they still kind of guess, so it's a bit more accurate, but it's not 100%. But she is growing really well and she's already quite a big baby. I can tell that she's really long. We've always been told, even from our 12-week scan, that she had really long legs for like the size of the baby. So that's going to be fun. So I'm sure that I'm going to have they said that you're likely to have about an 8-pound baby because they put on about half a pound a week. So she's measuring that now and I've got like 6 weeks to go. That's kind of how it's going to be, which is going to be fun. I knew I was never going to have a small baby. Me and Rich are both really, really tall. So yeah, 5 pound 8 though was quite big. It kind of surprised me. The other thing I kind of wanted to touch on was the fact that because she's so moving, like she honestly moves all the time, which is great. Like it's the best sign. And I knew I would know, like if you stop moving then I would be worried. But my God, my ribs are starting to kill me. I think it's because she has turned down and so her legs are kind of facing up. She's kicking my ribs so much, and I can, like if I breathe in really quickly or if I start laughing, I can feel it in my ribs so much. It's painful, like it really is painful, and I just hope that she like calms down a bit, because I never realised what it was like to be really aware of like your ribs, if that makes sense. But yeah, you can definitely tell that her feet are like kicking them all the time and they're just getting a bit achy. But overall, that's kind of been my week in Roundup. I know that's been really rambly and I've kind of gone from like one thing to another, but ultimately I'm really, really excited to meet her. I think because we had that unexpected scan, we weren't kind of thinking that we were going to be able to see her again before we meet her. We had the 4D scan at 25 weeks, and so to have this scan was unexpected, but obviously it was really nice to know that everything's going well and to like just double check that everything is growing as it should. But it made me really, really excited to meet her. We couldn't see, because she's head down and in a really awkward position, we couldn't see any like facial features or anything. Like not like it was 4D, but you couldn't see like the 2D kind of profile. But even just seeing like her outline and being able to feel her, it's making it really like real that she's coming. And it's not going to be that long until we have a little girl added to our family, and I'm just so excited. I have got to the stage where I'm really, really excited, and the countdown is well and truly on. I'm really excited to have a Christmas with a newborn. It's going to be amazing, and I'm just so excited. I think that's basically how I'm going to end this video, by just saying I'm ecstatic. I am really looking forward to it. And yeah, she's already going to be so loved, which is amazing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this 33-week pregnancy update. Let me know how your pregnancy is going if you're also pregnant. Let me know how far along you are and how it's like, if you've got any like horrible symptoms or anything. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.